Morning, people. It's Wednesday morning, and we're talking about the Lord's Prayer, that great pattern for prayer that Jesus taught to his disciples. And we're in that whole line about forgiveness, where we are given forgiveness by God when we cry out, "Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us." The first part is the Easter story, the forgiveness of God for us, which is nothing short of amazing. The second part, however, is the horizontal aspect of forgiveness, when we are required by God, as much as we have received forgiveness from Him, to give forgiveness to other people. Now, we said yesterday that the first action of learning to forgive is to forgive and forget. If you didn't watch that one, go back and watch it, if you will. It sets the foundation for the rest. But today I want to add another action for you and say, when we forgive, Jesus doesn't just forgive and forget, but Jesus doesn't wait for an apology before He forgives. Isn't that like human beings? How often haven't we said to our kids, okay, go and say you're sorry. And they'll go, well, I'm sorry. He's not really sorry. I don't even know why we make our kids say that. We're not teaching them about real forgiveness, because you can say it with tongue in cheek, you can say it with anger, but you don't always mean it, because an apology to somebody else is really good. But at the same time, when we forgive on the basis that somebody must apologize to us, I'm going to tell you, we're on shaky ground, because that's not what Jesus did. Here's how magnificent Jesus' forgiveness was. When Jesus hung upon that cross, you hadn't even had a chance to sin yet. He didn't know that you were ever going to come to the cross and ask for forgiveness. And yet Jesus hung upon the cross, and He said in Romans 5:8, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. He didn't wait for us to say, hey man, Jesus, I'm really sorry, now you can die. Jesus died not even knowing if you were going to ask for forgiveness. I'm sure in the wonder of His foreknowledge, He would have surely known that, but He didn't wait for you to apologize and then say, oh right, now I will die and take away your sin. Folks, I need to ask you today, is there somebody who's wronged you, and you've used that famous line that many people use to say, when they ask for forgiveness, then I will forgive them? Have you ever said that? Because if that's what you're waiting for, here's the bad news. The chances are you could wait forever, and the chances even more so, you could wait forever and still not get that apology. So if you're waiting for an apology, then that's a lousy foundation on which to build forgiveness. Jesus never did that. He cried out from that cross, Father, forgive them, because they don't know what they are doing. I really hope that today, as you contemplate the wonder of what forgiveness is all about, that you will do exactly that you will forgive before an apology is even needed. I heard a beautiful story of a man sitting at an airport, and a young, for spiritual laws, fired up Christian came up to this man and said, sir, are you born again? Are you a believer? And this man looked at this young man. He was an old man, and he said, yes, son, I've been forgiven and I'm born again. And he said to him, well, when did this all happen? Thinking that he was going to get some dates in his lifetime. And the old man replied, son, it was about 2,000 years ago. Think about that for a moment. 2,000 years ago, Jesus died offering you forgiveness. Before your life was even born, before you were even able to sin, Jesus has forgiven you. Now we need to do the same thing. Let's not wait for an apology. And I'm going to tell you, people, I'm preaching to me right now, because there are some people that have really, maybe hurt me and Helene, and I sit and I think, well, when they come and apologize or acknowledge they're wrong, then maybe I'll forgive them. That's not biblical. It's certainly not the way that Jesus did it. So let's go out there. Let's forgive and forget, not plan revenge. Secondly, let's not wait for an apology before we give forgiveness to the person who we think has wronged us. Let's go and do that today. Have a great day, guys. Bye.